I'm Matt Bigge. I'm a partner at Crosslink Capital, and I'm a member of the board of directors of VanishID. For one, it's people. Me and some colleagues got to know Matt several years ago, and there were a few really interesting things about Matt. Number one, he had experience understanding social engineering attacks and understanding the damage they can cause. And then the more we pried into and learned about what he was building, we realized that he really held the key to, the thing that causes about 40% of attack vectors into cybersecurity incidences, and over 80% of cybersecurity breaches involve a social engineering hack at some point. So when we look at what VanishID is doing, it's not only critical for the enterprises that are customers, but it really helps make them and their employees safer. And VanishID really does help its customers define their social engineering exposure and help them remediate that. And that goes a long way toward shrinking the attack surface of the enterprise. The other key thing is we're living in a world where online attacks are becoming more common, whether they're pure technical hacks or they're more social attacks. And these are things that if you don't have the right corporate hygiene and individual employee cyber hygiene, you can really put your employees at risk, your enterprise at risk, and cause a lot of damage to your shareholders. And VanishID really provides a ton of value on all three levels. I've been working in security in some way, shape, or fashion for over 30 years. Initially as an Army officer, mostly focused on physical security as a light infantryman. But then later, I began investing in cybersecurity companies about 25 years ago. So I've seen firsthand how these companies can defeat malicious actors, how they can protect enterprises, and most importantly, how they can protect the employees, customers, and shareholders of the organizations that are under constant attack in today's environment. When a public persona gains their fame or gains their notoriety, a lot of their life story ends up online. And while we can't police all of that, it becomes more and more important for those people and the personnel they work with to really double down on their cybersecurity hygiene. And that means making sure that they have an online presence that is productive, yet not overexposing their personal information in a manner that can compromise, their work, their personal safety, or their online persona. When you think about what CISOs can expect on a go-forward basis, I think it's really an escalation of both the volume, the sophistication, and the impact of breaches. New technology, whether it's enabled by, artificial intelligence, large language models, or agentic artificial intelligence, these are capabilities that, yes, they enable wonderful capabilities for our economy and the enterprises that thrive in that economy. But they also allow hackers and other, criminal activity to operate at a scale that is really unprecedented in human history. And so we've got to make sure that tools like VanishID continue to grow and flourish, because otherwise the bad guys will win. This will compromise our economy, our physical safety, and our online capabilities.